You have been coaching in Midas for some time now. So, how is Midas different from traditional B schools, and what is your experience with Midas?
Well, um, this is a practical ground for nurturing the entrepreneurial mindset.
Mm-hmm.
This is the place where the budding entrepreneurs get exposed to all the nuances, all the factors, all the important aspects of what an entrepreneur should look for,
Right.
be it in bringing in disruptions in their existing family businesses, or bringing in some disruption with a new idea to complement and supplement their existing business, or to completely bring a tangential product, tangential idea, tangential solution, which will probably shape up as the next unicorn.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So it's not just the practical learning, it is not just the experiential learning, it is also about how the ecosystem of the coaches that Midas has built,
Mm-hmm.
which helps them by providing them with the right knowledge, the right set of competencies, as all of them come with vast experience, vast exposure, and many of them have tried their hand multiple times at entrepreneurship, failed some, successful some. So that is exactly uh, the plus point that I see, which would help all the students who come to Midas to pick the brains.
Yes.
Now here we have the coaches like the Chanakyas and the Aryabhatas and the Sushrutas and the Einsteins and C.V. Ramans of the world.
Mm-hmm.
It's for them to prompt engineer us and make the best use of it.
Good metaphor.
Absolutely.
Yes.
That's the difference.
Yes. Yes.
And it's been driven by a vision.
Mm-hmm.
It's driven by the visionary, taken forward by the next generation.
Mm-hmm.
And here we are.
Yes.
The dream of, not dream, I should not say it's a dream. The vision of creating 10,000 entrepreneurs
Yes.
is just a matter of time. Very soon we'll be seeing that and we'll celebrate.
Definitely. So, coming back to the AI space, now Indians are globally known for their mathematics. People around the globe say Indians are very good at mathematics. So, AI and algorithms are something very close to mathematics. But India's one major issue is India faces brain drain all the time. All the top talent either work to foreign enterprises or they will move out and create their things, their own enterprises on the foreign land.
Yeah.
So how do you see this? What are the countermeasures that India as a society, as a nation, can take to stop this brain drain, and what is your advice for the youth?
Well, brain drain also is not new.
Mm-hmm.
It's been there ever since, at least I'm aware of.
Mm-hmm.
So that's going to remain, I suppose.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe the percentage may vary up and down.
Mm-hmm.
But if you ask me about the opportunities that India is generating for itself,
Mm-hmm.
it's huge.
Right.
I will talk about a few Indian companies. Zoho, for example.
Mm-hmm.
Zoho has multiple different features, functionalities, modules, offering across different sectors, industries, and segments. And now they're embracing AI. They're giving a run for the money to the likes of SAP and Salesforce, an Indian-based company which is really doing good.
Yes.
Let's talk about one more example of Zerodha. Lean and mean, completely driven by data, algorithm, machine learning, deep learning, AI. Classic example of how a player can be disruptive when the uptake from the general public for the stock market is not high. And that was a good disruption.
Mm-hmm.
And they're doing good. Talk about Perplexity.
All right.
That's doing good. Run by Indians.
What exactly is Perplexity? Because this is a trending word. I have heard about this, but I don't know what exactly does this startup or company does.
You should try that out.
Mm-hmm.
They have built models.
Mm-hmm.
They have AI solutions,
Mm-hmm.
AI applications,
Mm-hmm.
which would be a combination of a few GPTs all put together.
I see.
Right? An interesting use case would be by using prompt engineering, for example, right? So it helps you in creating creative content, which brings in a particular context, which will help in better connect the cultural nuances, for example,
Mm-hmm.
or the culinary nuances. It becomes very specific. So that is where the marketing concept of moving away from customization to personalization to hyper personalization
Mm-hmm.
is being very well thought of. So it's for you to experience it. And you start using it, you will fall in love with it.
Yeah,
So give it a try.
definitely. So coming to the final question of the day. For a 20-year-old young boy or a girl, so if he has to leverage AI in his career or he wants to start something of his own, what is the route map he has to take? How he should be on top of the trends, and what are the things he should do?
Okay. So first and foremost, this generation is very lucky.
Mm-hmm.
They have access to the latest information.
Yes.
They have access to the latest tools, techniques, and technology,
Mm-hmm.
which the earlier generation didn't have.
Mm-hmm.
So my first advice would be to capitalize on the access that they have.
Mm-hmm.
Access to not just information, not just the knowledge,
Mm-hmm.
but the entire ecosystem that they have.
Mm-hmm.
They need to understand the nuances of all of this, especially when it comes to AI. AI is the buzzword, right? Anything and everything gets considered today or gets positioned as AI. Well, it is not. So to be really truthful to the word artificial intelligence, they need to understand the basics of artificial intelligence. I'm not saying that they should be good at coding, they should be learning Python programming or R or something of that kind, but they should at least know the components that go into building an AI system, the business knowledge that they would need to build so that AI would help build it further,
Mm-hmm.
the right resources that would be needed at the right time, which would help them in minimizing their investments, is a good acumen to have. And most importantly, keep an eye on the changing market environment, market trend, and ride on the trend. There are a lot of trends that are getting created.
Mm-hmm.
And in India, as I mentioned, Government of India is creating these trends. Government of India is taking these initiatives. Government of India is investing on a lot of these disruptive initiatives, disruptive innovations. It's important for the youth to be part of all of this. They should be part of the various different programs that Government of India conducts, like the hackathons,
Mm-hmm.
the business challenges, the startup challenges. So it's important that they should find opportunities to learn from this exposure. The ecosystem is building now,
Yes.
and it's building fast. Whether it is the incubation centers, whether it is the knowledge centers, whether it is the mentorship, whether it is the entrepreneurship programs like ours, whether it is about the funding opportunities, whether it is the HNI network, whether it is the VC network, the various different options that the government provides under grants, loans, debt funding, equity funding, a lot of programs being driven by the government, by private entities, by various different agencies. It's important that they be part of it and they invest their time, effort, money, sweat, and blood into it. Only then I think they will be able to bring about the right disruptions. And the youth today is lucky, of course, is also blessed because they have not just the availability of information and not just the accessibility to it, but also it's affordable to them. So what else does the youth need? The youth only needs to get all of this together and just capitalize on it.
Right.
And people are there to provide them with the right directions. And that's it. That's about it.
Right.
The other advice is don't fall prey to any of the deep fakes. Don't fall prey to any of the cheap gimmicks.
Right. Don't find a shortcut.
Don't find a shortcut.
Yes.
That's the last thing, yes. Because it reminds me of a adage saying life is a marathon and you can't sprint a marathon.
Yes.
And
You won't last long.
you would not.
Yes.
So you decide.
Yeah.
Right. So that's about it.
Yes. Thank you so much for your time, sir. It was a pleasure hosting you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Look forward to hosting you again.
Yeah, of course. Look forward to. Thank you.
Thank you.